How many books could you finish this year if you could read while driving, cleaning your room, or working out? Most of us say the same thing. I don't have time to read. But the truth is, we have more time than we think. We're just not using it in a way that helps us engage with books. Today, I want to challenge the idea that reading only counts if you sit down with a physical book in your hands. My goal is to show you that audiobooks are a legitimate form of reading and that they can help you enjoy more books and that they remove many of the barriers that keep people from reading at all. First, I'll discuss the misconceptions that prevent people from taking audiobooks seriously. Then, I'll share why using audiobooks is an effective solution. Finally, I'll address some of the common objections and explain why they aren't valid. There is a social stigma around audiobooks, almost like they're cheating. Many people assume that listening requires less effort or leads to poor comprehension. However, research shows that listening and reading activate the same areas of the brain that are responsible for language and meaning. In fact, studies have found comprehension between audiobooks and print is nearly identical. So, this idea that audiobooks don't count is simply not supported by science. Most adults in college students report that they don't read for enjoyment because of work, school, or their phones. The average American reads fewer books each year than previous generations. And it's not because people dislike reading, it's because traditional reading requires dedicated, quiet time that many people don't have. When time is limited, reading is often the first thing to disappear. The solution is simple. Incorporate audiobooks into your everyday routine. This doesn't mean that you're going to replace physical books. It means adding flexible options that fit your time that you already have. Listening to audiobooks doesn't require extra effort, extra time, or extra money. You can read while commuting, folding laundry, exercising, or even walking across campus. Audiobooks are more accessible than ever. Apps like Audible, Spotify, Libby, or Hoopla offer thousands of audiobooks, and many libraries allow you to borrow them for free. Studies consistently show that people who use audiobooks tend to finish more books per year. This is because audiobooks turns your lost time into reading time. Even listening just 20 minutes a day can help you finish multiple books a month without ever opening a physical copy. Some people who thought they were too busy to read begin to read more than they ever have. Audiobooks open the door for people who struggle with traditional reading. This includes people with dyslexia, visual impairments, ADHD, or even learning differences. Even people who simply learn better through listening find that audiobooks allow them to understand and enjoy stories in a way that silent reading does not. Audiobooks create a more inclusive reading experience for everyone. Some believe audiobooks don't require enough effort and therefore shouldn't count. However, reading is not defined by the eyes moving across the page. It's defined by comprehension and engagement. Whether you hear the words or see them, your brain still interprets, processes, and remembers the story. Audiobooks aren't cheating, they're simply another format of the same content. It's true that some platforms charge subscription fees, but you don't need to spend money. Public libraries have apps like Libby and Hoopla that offer free audiobooks. Many classic audiobooks are free online, and some streaming services include audiobooks at no additional cost. Cost should not be a barrier. Today, I have discussed some of the misconceptions that hold people back from reading more, like the idea that audiobooks aren't real reading or that reading takes too much time. I then explained how audiobooks solve these problems by fitting into busy lifestyles and increasing access. Finally, I addressed common objections and showed why audiobooks are legitimate, practical, and worth using. Reading isn't about how you take in the words. It's about the ideas, the stories, and the growth you gain from them. Audiobooks allow us to read more often, more easily, and in more places. If you want to read more this year, the solution is already in your pocket. All you have to do is press play.